The sun gently dipped below the horizon, bathing a small village nestled on the edge of the dense taiga in warm amber light. In this secluded area stood the modest yet cozy home of Alexei, a man in his 40s, calm by nature and inclined toward thoughtful self-reflection. His daily routines, imbued with a measured rhythm, brought him genuine peace. His deep love for living creatures manifested in his personal mini-zoo, from feathered friends to a loyal black cat named Luna. She had accompanied Alexei for many years and was more than just a pet. She was a true companion. Life in the village flowed steadily. Alexei tended his tiny garden, cared for rescued animals, and happily volunteered at the local nature reserve. The bond between Luna and Alexei was extraordinary. She would follow him faithfully, and her caring and even protective demeanor seemed to extend to everyone under their roof. One evening, as twilight deepened, a faint pained cry echoed through the silence. Driven by curiosity, Alexei ventured into the overgrown thickets. The path was difficult, but he pressed on until he came upon an astonishing sight. Two tiny tiger cubs, shivering from the chilly evening air, huddled together. The looming forest was cloaked in ominous stillness, and there was no trace of the tigress mother. As the cries faded and darkness fell, Alexei realized that leaving the cubs behind would be a death sentence. They looked so helpless that their chances of survival without immediate aid were slim. Gently wrapping them in his jacket, Alexei carried the young predators home. Luna, who usually greeted her owner at the door with loud purring, immediately sensed something unusual. With whiskers bristling, she approached the striped bundles. Her bright green eyes narrowed as if assessing whether these newcomers posed a threat to her beloved human and their home. Alexei was anxious about Luna's reaction, but he had no choice. The cubs needed urgent care. Thus began an extraordinary story, marking the start of a journey full of new discoveries. Luna's curiosity soon transformed into a touching display of maternal instinct. Within hours, she curled up beside the cubs, warming their trembling bodies and soothing them with her gentle purring. Alexei, moved by the sight, realized Luna was fully committed to protecting the cubs. Little did he know that his cat's compassion would spark a series of remarkable events that would forever change the lives of Alexei, the young tigers, and Luna. In the following days, Alexei experienced a whirlwind of emotions, from cautious hope to anxious doubt. The cubs were in critical condition, and he spent countless hours researching how to care for wild felines, consulting with the reserve's veterinarians. The mother tigress was never found. Perhaps she had fallen into a poacher's trap or succumbed to illness. Meanwhile, Luna embraced the role of surrogate mother with unwavering dedication. She licked their fur with her soft tongue and nudged them gently toward the milk bottle that Alexei prepared every few hours. Her care was heartfelt, as if she instinctively understood how fragile their lives were. Under her vigilant watch, the cubs, whom Alexei named North and Dawn, inspired by the northern lights and the morning sky, overcame their initial frailty. Their presence brought playful energy into the home, replacing quiet cries with cheerful squeaks and mischievous paw swipes at Luna's tail. North, the larger of the two, displayed boldness and independence, often exploring the yard, while the cautious Dawn stayed close to Luna and Alexei, seeking the safety of her new family. Alexei understood the weight of responsibility he had taken on. Raising tiger cubs was no easy feat. As they grew, their appetites and curiosity expanded, challenging the durability of curtains and furniture alike. Yet Luna remained composed. When the cubs got too rowdy, she gently corrected them with a fluffy paw, establishing boundaries. Despite her small size, this serene cat commanded genuine respect. Whenever North and Dawn started a playful skirmish, Luna would intervene with a firm meow, restoring order. Alexei couldn't help but admire the deep communication between Luna and the cubs. They seemed to share a unique language of gestures, tones, and subtle signals, imperceptible to human ears. Captivated by the sight, Alexei often wondered how a domestic cat could show such powerful maternal affection for creatures so different from herself. Soon, the cubs began to grow rapidly. and Alexei realized that his small home was no longer suitable for two energetic, fast-strengthening predators. Deep as his love for North and Dawn was, he knew they needed larger spaces and professional care. After much deliberation, Alexei reached out to the reserve where he volunteered. There, the cubs would find a spacious enclosure and a team of specialists to provide everything they needed. Parting with Raja and Sita, as he sometimes affectionately called them, was heart-wrenching. He worried how they would cope with the transition and whether they would remember the tenderness they had received under his roof. Still, he knew this was the only right path for their future. Luna, too, seemed to sense the approaching farewell. In the days leading up to their departure, she barely left the cubs' side, wrapping them in her lullaby-like purring, meant to comfort those who had endured so much. The day of their transfer arrived, full of mixed emotions, sorrow for the parting and hope for what lay ahead. Alexei placed North and Dawn into a specially designed crate. Their curious yet anxious eyes followed his every move. Luna watched from the doorway, seemingly hoping it was all temporary. When the crate was secured in the vehicle, Dawn whimpered softly, and North pressed his muzzle against the bars. Alexei knelt beside Luna, stroking her black fur, unable to hold back his tears. He felt as though a part of Luna was leaving with them. Time passed, and life gradually returned to its usual rhythm. Alexei found solace in Luna's calm presence, and she, in turn, resumed her daily routines, resting at his feet and wandering through the yard. Occasionally, they visited the reserve to see their tiger cubs. North and Dawn, now thriving and majestic, rushed to the fence at the sight of Alexei, emitting soft growls of affection. Luna, unable to enter, sat by the glass and purred in her unique way. Their bond had not weakened. In fact, it had only grown stronger, proving that love transcends species and time. Years went by, and the cubs, now Raja and Sita, became powerful representatives of their kind. They bore their stripes with pride, gleaming in the sunlight. Alexei, a frequent visitor, never ceased to marvel at their beauty and grace. Yet a tinge of nostalgia always tugged at his heart as he remembered how these mighty creatures had once curled up beside Luna. She, now aging with a graying muzzle, still watched them with unwavering devotion through the glass. Her gentle purr had become the melody of tender sorrow, echoing the fleeting nature of life. One autumn day, as leaves rustled beneath his feet, Alexei received a call from Reserve Director Dr. Elena Myers. Her voice carried urgency. "Alexei, you need to come. It's about Raja and Sita. Something unusual is happening." Without hesitation, Alexei rushed to the reserve, filled with a mix of worry and curiosity. He was met by Dr. Natalia Smirnova, whose eyes revealed concern and confusion. "Look," she said, pointing to the restless tigers pacing along their enclosure. "They're acting strangely, ignoring food and constantly staring at one spot." Alexei followed her gaze and noticed the tigers seemed to be searching for something or someone on the observation platform where Luna used to sit. It seemed they were yearning for her presence. The wind stirred the grass, and the enclosure was steeped in an indescribable sense of longing. From that point on, Alexei and Luna visited more often. Each time Luna was near, the tigers calmed down, ceased their pacing, and came close to the glass, purring softly. Their longing for their adoptive mother was undeniable. One day, after Luna's toy accidentally fell into the enclosure, Raja gently picked it up and returned it to the edge. This touching gesture confirmed their enduring affection for Luna. Dr. Natalia conducted an experiment, placing several items, including Luna's belongings, inside the enclosure. The tigers immediately gravitated toward her things, ignoring the rest. Their connection remained unbroken. Their behavior grew more intense. They began licking the glass where Luna appeared and rubbed their faces against the barriers, trying to be closer to her. One day, while sitting on the observation deck with Luna, Alexei was approached by a deeply puzzled Dr. Natalia. It seems they're truly waiting for her, as if yearning for her return. Stunned, Alexei whispered that Luna was just a cat. But Dr. Natalia insisted that animals follow a different logic. To Raja and Sita, Luna was still their mother. That evening, unable to sleep, Alexei gazed at Luna. Despite her age, The same nurturing spark still burned in her eyes. He made a decision. They would visit again, perhaps for the last time. It was a chilly morning. Wrapped in a soft blanket, Luna was brought to the tiger enclosure. When Raja and Sita spotted her familiar silhouette, their ears perked, and a wave of excitement rippled through their bodies. With soft, yet powerful growls, they approached the glass. Luna leapt to the ground and trotted toward them. From the outside, one could see her twitching tail and eager eyes. Time seemed to pause as the mighty tigers, the size of small horses, treated the tiny cat like their revered leader. With the reserve's approval, Dr. Natalia and Alexei arranged a safe reunion inside the enclosure. As the gates opened, Luna took a tentative step forward. Raja approached first, gently touching her fur with his nose, as if greeting a beloved being. Sita placed her massive paw nearby, careful not to hurt her. Luna purred softly, rubbing against them. Onlookers held their breath, witnessing something truly magical. A tiny house cat reunited with her tiger cubs, now majestic predators. Luna circled Raja and Sita, tapping the ground with her paw. The tigers mirrored her movements, synchronizing with their adoptive mother. Dr. Natalia, amazed, remarked, "It feels like they're trying to tell us something." Alexei watched, his heart pounding. "Maybe this is more than just a reunion," he whispered. Word of the unique reunion spread throughout the reserve, drawing guests and staff to the glass walls. Alexei, proud of Luna but filled with quiet sorrow, reflected on the power of interspecies bonds. That evening, Dr. Natalia said, "Their story could reshape how we understand cross-species relationships. Luna will always be their mother in their eyes." Alexei nodded, watching Luna rest regally on a bench, gazing at Raja and Sita. The tiger's behavior became increasingly unusual. When Luna was absent, they grew anxious, and when she was near, they mimicked her gestures, from tail movements to subtle head tilts. Additional cameras captured astonishing footage. Luna teaching them with minimal movements. "She's giving them their final life lessons," Alexei murmured. He began bringing Luna to the reserve more often. For the aging cat, these trips brought joy and strength. Raja and Sita visibly thrived in her presence. But Alexei felt the weight of time. Luna was not young. He feared what would happen to the tigers when she was gone. Dr. Natalia once gently said, "Your contribution is invaluable. Thanks to you and Luna, Raja and Sita found trust in nature and kindness. No matter what comes next, your story lives on in them." Meanwhile, rumors surfaced of intruders photographing the tigers at night to sell the images. Alexei demanded tighter security and often patrolled the grounds with Luna. One night, hiding in the shadows, he heard a camera click. Luna noticed the trespassers first, 3 young men. When Alexei confronted them, they fled, dropping their camera. He warned them sternly, reinforcing the resolve to protect the tigers. Talks emerged about transferring Raja and Sita to a larger international reserve. Though torn, Alexei understood the local reserve was becoming too exposed. "We must choose what's best for them," he said, pain in his voice. To raise awareness and funds, renowned photographer Elena Petrova arrived. Her photos of the tigers and Luna captured their bond with stunning tenderness. "This isn't just about tigers and a cat," she said. "It's about love transcending species." Alexei agreed to publish the photos, hoping to secure their safe future. But the question haunted him. Was he ready to let go? Luna, however, seemed calm, perhaps already saying her goodbyes. The decision was finalized. Papers were signed. Transport arranged. Taking Luna abroad was considered but ultimately deemed too risky for the elderly cat. "She has completed her mission," Alexei said with sorrow. They must now walk their own path. Before their departure, Elena organized a final photo shoot. The tigers moved with solemn grace. Luna perched on Alexei's shoulder, watching them intently. That night, he couldn't sleep, stroking Luna and pondering the journey they had shared. Morning came. People gathered. Raja and Sita exited their enclosure with grace and intelligence. Luna followed to the ramp's edge, her gaze piercing. They paused, exchanging a silent farewell. With a soft chuff, they turned and entered the truck. As the doors closed, Luna let out a quiet meow. In that sound, Alexei heard it all. Love, pain, hope. The truck rolled away, carrying them into a new chapter. Luna stood watching, as if etching their image into memory. Alexei's heart ached with longing yet swelled with pride. The pain of parting ran deep, but he knew the tigers would be safe, carrying the love of Luna and his home within them. Days passed. Alexei continued his volunteer work, helping other animals in need. Luna, though slower, remained his steadfast companion. Memories of Raja and Sita playing near the black cat warmed his evenings. Months later, news arrived from the tiger's new home. In a letter to Dr. Natalia, staff reported Raja and Sita had adapted wonderfully, hunting skillfully and showing surprising warmth toward their caretakers. At the sight of Luna-like objects or mentions of a female cat, they became visibly animated, purring, rubbing against the fences, as if recalling something dear. Alexei, reading the letter, felt both sadness and peace. He imagined Raja and Sita remembering Luna's gentle paw. He stroked the now snoozing Luna on the warm stove and whispered, "You did everything, Luna. They're safe and carry you in their hearts." Luna opened her eyes slightly and softly meowed, her sound echoing the deepest mystery of all. A bond between a little cat and two great tigers, forever etched into the tapestry of their lives. Thus ended the story of an extraordinary connection, one that sparked a series of miracles in the wild. Though Luna, Alexei, North and Dawn, Raja and Sita were now separated by distance, the invisible thread of love and understanding would forever unite their past and future. This is the true power of compassion, when one cat can change the fate of two tigers, and humans learn from her the essence of loyalty and kindness. This touching tale stands as a vivid reminder that love for animals and conscious care for wildlife do more than just save tigers. They open new horizons in human relationships with the natural world. The unique reunion of Luna's family is a testament that even in the harshest environments of the taiga and nature reserves, there is room for compassion, loyalty, and endless hope for kindness to all living beings on our planet.